Hi there! Breakfast is my favorite part of the day. If the morning starts with a delicious, beautiful, warm breakfast, the day is almost guaranteed to be a good one. It is such an important part of the morning, almost like a setting for the rest of the day. More than anything, I love having breakfast at the coffee shop. Just give me a cozy cafe, a wooden table by the window, a crispy piece of toast, and nowhere to rush. In my hometown, there is one coffee shop that's especially close to my heart. Whenever I'm back home, I go there in the mornings. I think I've tried almost everything on their menu by now, but what I really love the most isn't even the food. It's that feeling that you get in the morning. Quiet, warm, and slow. At some point, I started wondering what's the secret to those cafe breakfasts? And is it possible to bring that feeling into your everyday routine so it becomes a daily joy? Today, we're going to talk about how to recreate that coffee shop vibe at home. We'll make 5 cozy, simple, and healthy breakfasts that will inspire you to turn breakfast into your favorite morning ritual. All of these recipes are healthy, delicious, quick to make, and super easy to recreate in your own kitchen. This video is inspired by slow mornings with my favorite cafe, the way they set the table, the atmosphere, and summers in my hometown. Let's get started. The first ingredient of a cozy breakfast is actually the food itself. It's always worth trying something new, so breakfast doesn't turn into the same old cereal egg rotation, but instead becomes a little creative process. Try keeping a list of your favorite breakfasts in your phone notes. Write down ideas and recipes, and mark the ones that really give you that perfect morning feeling. Over time, you'll have your own little breakfast menu, just like a coffee shop. The recipes I'm sharing today are actually from my own little collection, and you can find the full ingredient list for each recipe in the description below. For the first recipe, I'm making a creamy parfait. The base is thick Greek yogurt. I top it with granola, sometimes I make it myself, sometimes I pick one with a clean ingredient list. Oats, nuts, and dried berries. Then I'm gonna add sliced peaches, fresh raspberries, chopped walnuts, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and a sprinkle of coconut flakes. This breakfast comes together in minutes, but it always looks and feels so special. Here I am making a fail-proof smoothie combo. I blend a couple of spoonfuls of Greek yogurt with frozen strawberries, banana, and a handful of raspberries. The more frozen fruit you use, the thicker the texture. Almost like ice cream, but with no added sugar. I top it with granola, shredded coconut, and pumpkin seeds. My favorite thing about smoothies is that you get so many nutrients without even realizing it. This recipe turns out beautiful, filling, and healthy. It's like giving yourself a little extra care. We often think it's too much to go out of our way just for ourselves. But it's not. Life is made up of these little details. Making yourself a beautiful breakfast, even if it takes a little extra effort, is always worth it. Try it once, and I bet you'll catch yourself thinking it was worth every second. Choose little elements that make your mornings enjoyable. For a long time, my favorite mug was the one that I made myself at a pottery class. You could pick a pretty cloth napkin, a plate with a nice pattern, or a tiny vase with flowers. Fabric napkins, wooden trays, coasters, all those details make your table feel a little more thought out. Even a small dessert fork can make it feel like a special occasion. For this recipe, I make my favorite pancakes. Flour, milk, egg, a little oil, and baking powder. I usually cook them on a lightly greased pan and then top them with blueberries and Greek yogurt. For sweetness, you can honestly add a drizzle of syrup, a spoonful of jam, and honey, whatever you like. The third element of a coffee shop-worthy breakfast is atmosphere. Think about cafes. There is almost always music playing softly in the background, and it sets the mood. Make yourself a breakfast playlist on Spotify. I like jazz, indie, or lo-fi beats in the morning. In cafes, we also often have breakfast with friends. And you can make it a ritual. Invite friends over, have a breakfast Zoom call, or set a weekly breakfast date. And you don't even have to leave the house to make this time of the day feel special. For me, sometimes it's enough to put on a light dress or throw on a cozy cardigan, even at home, even if no one sees me. The key is to swap out the usual for something a little different. That's partly the magic of a coffee shop, isn't it? This might be one of my all-time favorite breakfasts, and it's so easy to make. I take a slice of good whole grain bread. I love the kind with lots of seeds. And then I spread it with cream cheese and top it with fresh cucumber slices and smoked fish. I'm using trout today. Then I add some herbs, salt, pepper, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. Change your surroundings. Going to a cafe is all about a change of scenery, but you can do that at home too. Make a little breakfast corner in a different spot. Take your tray out to the balcony, wrap yourself in a blanket and sit on the couch with your plate. Or if the weather is nice, head to the nearest park for an outdoor breakfast. Instead of always eating at the kitchen table, I try to create a few breakfast spots that I can rotate between. For the last recipe, we're making mini tartlets. I use pre-made tartlet shells, and I picked ones that are slightly bigger than the usual size. Inside I crack an egg, add chopped cherry tomatoes, some greens, and a bit of cheese. Then I bake them for 8 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. When we go to a cafe, there is always some kind of activity involved. We get up, walk there, sit down. For the last element of a coffee shop-worthy breakfast at home, I suggest pairing your breakfast with a favorite activity. Not scrolling through social media, but maybe putting on a podcast, journaling your morning thoughts, or reading a few pages of a book. I really want more people to fall in love with mornings, to just feel the start of the day with little beautiful details. Breakfast really can be a thing that you look forward to every morning, because no coffee shop will ever take care of you quite like you can take care of yourself.